Yo, what's good people, it's Cactus, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make Japanese influenced drill beats from scratch. I know I've done a few of these in the past, but there's something I just love about using Japanese instruments like Kotos and a Shamisen. I think they just sound sick. And just to update everyone on my new instrumental album Timeless, all the beats are pretty much there, they just need to be mastered, and then I might be adding one or two more. So definitely keep a lookout for that, it's easily some of my best work yet, and yeah, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so to start with, of course, we're going to be using a Koto, one of my favorite instruments, and I don't really see anyone using this contact bank. I've seen some people use the Ethno World one, so if you want something a little bit different, then you could try this one too. Thinking for this one, I want something quite dark and a bit energetic too, and because it's a stringed instrument, I want to create a realistic feel, so kind of like a guitar. I'm not going to stack the notes on top of each other. It still works, so you can do that, but yeah, I'm going to do this different. We've also got the BPM at 144, so yeah, you could even just have a basic chord like this. Or we could just keep it kind of tense. Try that down. Yeah, maybe we can repeat some of these notes. So I could even start with that and just copy it over. Because I want it to be dark, I don't want to change the chords too much. I want everything kind of around this C sharp. And then I could just change some of these. And then we could just spice it up by moving a few notes. Could even get that C sharp going at the top. Like this. Yeah, that sounds kind of hard. Let's move these back, and then I can randomize these a little bit. Maybe change this too. So I'm just making simple changes. And then from here I could copy this over and maybe make another change in this section. I know I said not to stack some notes, but if it sounds right, it sounds right. Or with this one, I could even bring that down. And then up. Yeah, it's hard. And then at the end, just change this. And then we can go in and fine tune it and just move them slightly off grid. Could even chop this up a bit. Alright, so that's going to be the foundation. Now I just want some kind of top line. Copy that over. And then maybe chop this note up. Yeah, I prefer it that way, so coming down. Okay, I'm just adding some halftime now, but bringing the mix down, just so we've got a bottom layer too. Then we're just taking out some of the lows of the EQ, or we could just cut them out like this. Then a bit of reverb. Always use the same one. And I'm just going to add some chorus with this, just because I like the sound of it. And bring the mix down. Alright, and like I said, I like the sound of a Shamisen. I hope that's how you pronounce it anyway. So I'm just going to add something real simple with this. Okay, now I think I just need to add some bass notes from the Koto as well. Obviously we're going to add an 808, so a lot of the low end will be cut out, but I could use it for a bridge, and even when I cut it out, you're still going to hear it a bit. Technically that D there is out of key, but it still sounds sick. Alright, next I'm going to be adding some vocals, and yes, I'm using arcade, it's distant voices, but I'm going to make it sound a bit different. I find with distant voices, a lot of the banks just sound the same because they have the same reverb on there, but I'm just going to go into the mixer and turn everything off. Because now I can just add my own effects. Like this one here sounds sick. Yeah, that one's hard too. So I'm still adding reverb. It just sounds a bit different to the arcade one. Let's try some crystallizer too. Now, you know what? I think just normal delay will work on this one. Alright, so the melody's pretty much there. I just want something to add a bit more atmosphere, and I just found this. It's like a pad sound in arcade. And then for the pad, I've just added shaper box to add a bit of a sidechain effect, and then I wanted it to pan between both ears but quite quick. Just gives it some movement. And then for the vocals, I just want a second section where there's not as many. So I could add in a few more things just for texture, but I feel like just adding in the drums now, and then if I need to, I can add them later. And of course, we're working on a new kit, so I've got somewhat of a pattern. Sounded crazy, but still got enough space. Yo, there's some crazy sounds in here. These are all designed from scratch as well. I'm not recycling anything. So yeah, this is just acting like a bit of a perk. With that second one, I'm just going to use Pan Man to spread them between both ears. Maybe make it a bit faster. Alright, let's get a thick snare. Yeah, that one sounds sick. Just fix that end. Maybe one here too. Then I'm just gonna layer it with something like this. Yo, the 808s in this pack are crazy. I don't know which one's my favorite yet, so we'll just try a few. This Icon one sounds sick. Let's try to slide that up. Alright, maybe chop this one right at the end here. Sounded crazy. Gonna make those slide up though. Maybe just repeat this. Yeah, maybe something like this. I'm just gonna try out some different 808s and let me know in the comments which ones you like. Oh, this one sounds hard actually. Might even have to use this. Sounds crazy too. Oh, just mad. This one might fit the vibe. Maybe this one. All of them are just sounding nuts. I'm not even gonna play any others. I'm gonna keep this one. Alright, I'm gonna grab in one of the new stumps. I think this one instead. Fits the vibe more. I'm just gonna add this little perk here just to act as a bit of texture underneath. Okay, maybe one last thing, just a drum fill. Let's try this one. I don't think I've used it in a video. And just some kind of riser. Just gotta pitch it down a bit. Okay, cool. I've definitely got enough, so I just need to start arranging it. So yeah, it sounds like there's a lot going on, but you'll see when I structure it. Let's just copy these out a few times. Just gonna add a bit of delay to that perk as well. Maybe some reverb too. Then we'll make the Koto unique. Then maybe get rid of that Koto Melody. Yeah, like that. Sounded wild. So with that subtle layer underneath it, I'm going to turn that off first. Maybe even turn these off first. And then here, just builds up a little bit. Maybe we could bring the vocals in. Yeah, the vocals actually sound sick. Alright, so maybe we get rid of the vocals on the drop. Then just make this Koto unique. You know what, with this one, because it's quite fast paced and energetic, I'm going to structure it a bit different. So this is just going to be the hook, and then I'm going to keep the verses kind of short too. So yeah, in this section, I'm just going to start bringing things out, and then maybe the vocal can come in. Yeah, we'll take out the bass, this Koto Melody, and we'll bring this one back. We'll make this pattern unique for the 808 too. Maybe we can slow this one down a bit. And then I think in this section, because there's a lot of energy, I'm going to change the 808 again. And I can bring this back too. And then maybe this one can kind of go backwards, like fade out and then back in quick. And then I don't need this same crazy one at the end again. Yeah, that might do. I think the vocals are still a bit too crazy in this section though, so I'm gonna cut a few out. And then yeah, right at the end here. Okay, and then let's copy this over. So they're only short verses. All right, let's hear it from the beginning. So I just started with the simplified Koto pattern. I didn't want to bring it down a notch too. Straight into a hook.
Cactus.
Crazy. And then into the verse. Just slows down a little bit. New 808. Back to the hook.